Hi Ace family. Today I wanted to talk about the picture hanging supplies that we have in Ace. And I guess picture hanging, wall mounting, you have to do a grab bar, or you have to hang a curtain, or anything you're attaching to the sheetrock where maybe you can't hit a stud. And just remember, stud is the wood in the back of a wall, but oftentimes you just hit sheetrock, whether you're mounting a TV, anytime you have to go into the drywall, it is best to hit a stud, but it's not always possible. So I wanted to go over those with you and describe kind of each one. So there's a whole bunch of different styles here. So this first one, we're gonna see how well this goes being zoomed in here. This first one with a plastic clip doesn't hold a whole heck of a lot of weight. The plastic piece, you drill a hole and you insert it into the drywall, and then you screw the screw into it, and that holds it and gives it some grip. It's not very much. It's only 5 pounds, so keep that in mind. The next one we have here holds a little bit more weight. What it does is similar deal. You drill a hole and this plastic piece goes in and you screw it in, and then it gives it a little bit more of a span, distance, a little bit more to leverage itself against too behind the sheetrock to hold that more weight so that it's 40 pounds. The next one that we've got here is probably my favorite in this section because it looks just so simple. This one, you don't have to drill a hole. You kind of tap it in. Don't use a screwdriver to hammer, but as a hammer, I definitely do every time I use these. Just give it a little tap to get it in, and then these screw right into the sheetrock, and then you screw a screw into those to hold whatever you're mounting. And these hold a decent amount of weight at 50 pounds. These ones, similar, pretty hefty at 50 pounds. You drill a hole, and basically that little V shape in there is spring loaded, so that when you screw it in, it will expand behind the sheetrock and suck the screw up against the wall and support a good amount of weight for you. So this one is similar idea, just trying to get more surface area behind it, and it's a pretty ingenious design. Basically, this whole screw and sleeve are attached, where in all the other ones I've shown you, the screw and the anchor portion was not attached. So this shoves in, and then as the screw tightens, it expands. Basically, this metal bends and gives it more surface area behind that sheetrock in order to use that. So as far as the anchors are concerned and what we have available, so basically, whenever I'm helping a customer, whenever you're helping a customer, we want to say, hey, look, we've got all of our wall mounting stuff here, but I usually go, but wait, there's another one that I like to use that you might be happier with an application, and so we're going to jump over to a different section and show them that so that you can show them. Okay, awesome, and we're back. So this section, instead of the wall anchor section, this is more of a picture specific hanging section, but it's where we keep these. These fasteners right here, and I like to give people this kit. So again, anytime we can put something in someone's hand, we're here to get folks what they need. But if they can touch it, if we can open the box for them, if they can look at it and feel it, they're more likely to buy it. And then we're going the extra mile for them and letting them get a feel for it before they walk out of the store with it. So these screws are absolutely awesome, and I love to recommend them. 9 times out of 10, when someone goes to that other corner to look at the standard wall anchor stuff, and then I show them these, they end up taking these. And just, they're easy to use, and they hold a ton of weight. So let me break down what's in this kit a little bit. So these specific screws on your right, if I can do directions correctly here. They will go into drywall, and these screws themselves, we've got some smaller packs of them here too. There's some with a black head, some with a gold head, some with a silver head, and then this pack here has a white head on them. The difference is the color, so whatever goes with the decor if the screw head's going to be visible. But basically, these just screw right in. You don't need a special tool. You don't have to do a drill bit or anything. They just go right in, and it's awesome. These screws themselves hold 50 pounds in drywall without doing anything. So I just think those others they're good and they're somewhat usable, but these are just a lot more user friendly. It's just simple just to go ahead and screw these in the wall, and I use them all the time. And then there's some bigger ones that hold even more weight, and there is a pilot bit and a driver bit in here too, so you can get everything you need. But of course, we're gonna make sure we're there every time, that if they didn't grab this, we can say, hey, do you need a driver bit and do you need a drill bit for your drill during the installation? Because we're there to be helpful. We want to see the customer as many times as possible, but hopefully for a different fix that they needed, a different problem, we don't want to see them again for the same issue. Hopefully we can do a good job for them. So anyway, with this kit, what's really cool about this too is it doesn't just work for drywall. If you happen to hit a stud, or if a customer has lath and plaster, and before drywall was developed, a lot of the older homes had what was called lath and plaster. And then these will go into sturdier materials too. I'm gonna cheat and look at the package while we're looking at this. But it actually will go into metal, brick, and concrete as well. And anyway, just sometimes, if you're a brick house mounting a garden hose reel on the outside and you need to go into brick, it can be a real general purpose kit. Anytime you're driving a screw into cement, brick, anything that's masonry, that's concrete, you do have to do a pilot hole first. And with this, it's hitting a stud. It just depends on how strong someone is. Sometimes it is nice to have a drill bit to go in there first to kind of get that little bit started. But this holds 50 pounds in drywall, and when you hit a stud, you hold a lot more weight, well over 100. If you're going into brick, whatever, another material, you're going to hold a ton of weight. So anyway, I think I've exhausted how much I love this, but it just works for so many people. The rest of the stuff here is specific for hanging pictures. So if someone's doing some family pictures or building picture frames, these are all the little clips, all the little things that go on the back of what they have, so that they can hang what they need to. Everything from little nails and stuff to pretty big flush mount hangers. The monkey hooks are pretty cool. They hold quite a bit of weight, and you just shove those in, and they hold pretty well. And what's real neat about these monkey hooks is there's not a lot of damage to replace. You simply push them in, and if you do take them out, it's a little pinhole that's really difficult to see. So there's full kits of picture mounter stuff. We've got rails that include the level and everything to make sure you get it right too. So that's absolutely awesome. And then there's some little hardware hooks, some D-ring hook hangers too. So don't get stuck on this section is just for picture hangers, because sometimes there can be a little, just a little piece of hardware that can help a customer get out of a tricky spot here. I don't mind these one bit. They're kind of a combination of the drywall hanger that we had over in the corner with the bigger tapered screw on it, and then it comes with a hook, so that can be nice for certain applications. We've got a few plate display holders, and then on the bottom, I think it's just on the bottom, These are specific for mirror holders. So if a customer's hanging a mirror and it isn't framed or doesn't have a back or something, these mirror holders will go and mount it, and they're fairly minimal, so you can't really see them. So that can kind of help too. And I kind of imagined that I'd stop the video here, but we're going to go ahead and turn over here and talk about the rest of the hanging stuff while we're talking about this. So, command hook here. There's indoor and outdoor. If you don't know what a command hook is it is an adhesive hook that can work for temporary. So very popular around Christmas time when you're hanging temporary decorations and you just need to do stuff. But when it comes to peeling it off, it will not take the paint off. It just comes off, and it's real ingenious. So there's clear, there's all different types of colors, white being the most popular, but you know, silver, black. There's specialty hooks for cords, phone charger cords. There's the actual hook itself is reusable every time. You can use that over and over and over again. And then we've got refills on the adhesive strips here, so that you just have to replace those. That's the only part that really goes bad. So how these work is most of them have either one piece or two pieces, but you peel the adhesive off. It's got paper protectors on it, and then you stick it on the wall where you want. You want to let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's good to pass on to the customer. Let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes to really let the adhesive stay on there, stick. I even like to leave it overnight, just to make sure that it's nice and stuck in case you hang something that's pushing the weight load on it, which the weight load is listed on the top right corner. 3M did a good job with these. So stick it on there and then hang whatever you need to. When it's time to take it off, there's a little tab that's visible, and all you do is pull that tab, and it's not it's perpendicular to the direction that the adhesive force is, so it just pulls it right off and works fantastic. So command strips, don't be afraid to ask about this. To look at this, customers come in asking for them by name, so it's good to know a little bit about them. This little wall hanger clip, this is fairly new at the time that we're filming this, from 3M, and it is a claw, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty ingenious little hanging system, but basically it is for hanging smaller items. Pictures mostly is what a lot of people hang on the wall, but basically and it is designed for drywall. So if you have lath and plaster, if there's wood on your cabinets or something, that's not going to do it. It's only drywall. But basically just unwrap the package, and all you do is push it in, and then it's done. So it will mess up the wall, whereas the command strips are damage free for the wall, but the claw holds significantly more weight. I think the largest command strip might hold 10 pounds or so. If you use a few of them, if something's big enough, you might be able to get away with more. But the claw on one hook holds a lot more weight. So all you have to do is take it and go ahead and push it in. So kind of neat, just good to have all the hanging options to take care of customers so we can do a good job for them. I think that's about it. As always, ask if you have any questions. Thanks.